Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, gentlemen, you are back. Which case do you want to start with?
Ethan Buxton, Your Honor, at the county jail.
Very well. We are on the record in BU 2024 CR 443, State of Kansas versus Ethan Robert Buxton. Please announce appearances.
Here we go on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appear on behalf of Ethan Buxton. Mr. Buxton does appear from the Butler County Detention Facility. Judge, I would announce this time we do have certain plea negotiations that would include my client pleading guilty to count 1, criminal damage to property, and count 3, possession of drug paraphernalia. States agreed to dismiss count 2. Judge, out of caution, I think the state is not prepared to go to sentencing because of the victim notification. Because of that, we'll be asking the court to consider bond modification.
Well, let me see if I heard that correctly. Plead guilty to count 1, criminal damage to property. State dismiss count 2, possession of marijuana, and 3, possession of drug paraphernalia, and delay sentencing. Did I hear that correctly?
Your Honor, the state's understanding is that upon a successful plea to counts 1 and 3, the state would move to dismiss count 2. The state does have concerns concerning victim notification at this juncture, as is the victim's right pursuant to the Kansas Victims Bill of Rights, and so that for that reason, the state will be requesting that sentencing be bifurcated in this matter.
Well, did you not give the victim notice of this hearing today and that the possible plea could be entered and sentence proceed?
Your Honor, at this juncture, I have been unable to obtain confirmation of that, and that is the basis of the state's request.
All right. Well, victim has a right to be notified of and be present at all stages, but sometimes if you give them notice and they choose not to show up, I don't know that we need to go above and beyond, but I don't want to be unfair to any victims, and you can't say that she did have notice, so let's proceed. All right, then. Mr. Buxton, have you heard the attorneys talking?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you heard them discuss this plea agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you plead to count 1, criminal damage to property without consent value or without consent with the value under $1,000?
I plead guilty.
And how do you plead to count 3, use possession with intent to use drug paraphernalia?
I plead guilty.
And by pleading guilty, are you admitting that you believe you are in fact guilty of these 2 charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically that you did damage property and possess drug paraphernalia in Butler County, Kansas on September 22nd to 24?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you when you did these acts on September 22nd to 24?
I was at my grandma's house.
And where is your grandma's house located?
1201 Southwest 100th Street, Augusta, Kansas.
All right. And what did you damage?
I put a hole in the wall.
A hole in your grandma's wall in her home?
Yeah.
And you didn't have her consent to damage your wall?
No, I didn't.
And the value is less than $1,000 apparently?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of drug paraphernalia did you have on you?
I had a bong.
A bong being what? Like a pipe?
Like a water pipe, like
Mm,
smoking weed.
okay. And were you using that to introduce some kind of controlled substance into the human body? Were you smoking it? What were you smoking?
Marijuana.
Okay. All right. Is anyone making you enter these pleas today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
You understand that with this plea, you're going to be found guilty, having given up your right to trial and unable to appeal your convictions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I accept your pleas as freely and voluntarily given. I find you guilty of count 1, criminal damage to property, and count 3, possession of drug paraphernalia. I will dismiss count 2, possession of marijuana on motion of the state pursuant to plea agreement. And I will set over the sentence. Council, any recommendation as to how far out to go?
Judge, may I be heard on the bond first?
All right.
Judge, the defense is ready to proceed to sentencing. Of course, this is the prosecution request for bifurcation continuance. My client has been in custody on this case only since August 19 that was set to today for hearing, which is plenty of time to figure out the victim notification and anything else. So my client is asking the court to consider an OR bond here today. The victim in the case, Janice Stockdale, my client informed me that she is now moved. She's moved out of state. So he would not have any contact with her during the time that we would be waiting for a sentencing hearing. We would just ask the court to consider an OR bond so that he doesn't have to continue to be in jail since we're ready for plea and sentencing today. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let me look at this appearance bond. His appearance bond with hot rod bail bonds of $1,000. Posted November 4th, 2024 to reappear December 2nd of 2024. So he posted bond, and for some reason he's back here. Did he get his bond? There was a bench warrant, bond forfeiture, and a warrant issued, and a bond posted. It looks like that was April of this year. So he violated his bond and was found in violation by failing to appear. Mr. Regier, is that what you're showing?
Your Honor, this is a case where it does appear there were 2 prior failures to appear in August and July of this year.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Patterson?
He acknowledged it, and he's been suffering for that, Judge. That's almost 60 days in jail as a result of him not showing up. He showed up today. He's ready for court. So why shouldn't we proceed then, except for the state asking for this continuance? Why should he then remain in custody? There was an agreement to request the court to issue probation orders here today. So, Judge, this is a case where if he doesn't show up for sentencing, how dumb would that be? The court would be sentencing him possibly to probation unless he didn't show up. He could be denied probation and have to serve his entire sentence. So it'd be not smart for him not to show up, Judge. So again, we would ask the court to consider an OR bond.
Mr. Buxton, I don't know your intelligence level, but do you understand what your attorney is saying about how that would not be very smart if I give you probation and then you don't, or give you bond and then you don't show up?
Yes, ma'am, I do understand that. And I understand like I've messed up twice. And like
Well,
I've been suffering for it for, on my count, almost 80 days.
yeah. Now, this victim that the state hasn't notified of her rights to be here today or can't verify that they did, is that your grandmother, Janice Stockdale?
Yes, ma'am, that's my grandmother.
And you were living with her on 100th Street in Augusta at the time, or rural Augusta at the time?
Yes, ma'am, I was living with her.
Where are you going to live now that she's not available to you? If I make this bond, where are you going to live?
I'm gonna stay with my mom for a little bit till I can get on my feet, and I'm gonna get my own place.
Where's your mom live? In Augusta?
She lives in Goddard.
In Goddard in Sedgwick County?
Is Goddard Sedgwick County?
Parts of it is, parts of it's not.
I believe so, Sedgwick County.
Okay. Any final word, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, pursuant to negotiations on the issue of bond, if the court wants to call that, subject to the court maintaining the no contact order, the state has agreed to stay silent on the issue of bond modification.
Thank you. So he lost $1,000 to Hot Rod and he lost $2,000 to Second Chance. And now he's asking for another bond. I'll let him post another bond, approve another bond, but it's gonna be a 5,000 cash or professional surety. No contact with the grandmother victim in this case. And he must reappear for court. I believe we tentatively planned August 19th of 2025. Is that right, Jen?
Your Honor, we have not set a court date. I have January 26th available.
All right, how about January 26th, gentlemen?
Judge, I guess I'd want to find out the chances of my client making that $5,000 bond before I can comment on that.
Mr. Regier, how long is it gonna take you to get notice to the victim in this case?
Your Honor, the state would not anticipate it be of a lengthy endeavor, and the state has no objection to the court saying soon as available date.
Well, this is November 10th, as we all know, and that would be several months if we sent that over to January. Jen, is there any time we have the end of this month or sometime in December earlier?
Your Honor, we can either go November 24th or December 1st.
No objection to either of those settings from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, one of those two dates, November 24th or 12/1?
The November 24th would be great.
All right, Mr. Buxton, I'm going to modify your bond to 5,000 cash or surety, all existing conditions, especially the no contact with the grandmother. And you must be back here November 24th at 9 a.m.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why are you raising my bond?
Because well, let me see. I showed that it wasn't 4. You're right. I am raising it to 5,000.
Good. If it was a brief breakout room, I'd probably explain it really quickly to him.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Jen, could you, and we're finished with the hearing after that, Judge, is that correct?
Yes, we are in recess on Ethan Buxton at this time.
Thank you, Judge. And I'll do a breakout with him, Judge. I see you have other attorneys on here, but.
Yes, we do. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
So
you.
Jen, if you put Butler County Detention Facility and Darren Patterson in a breakout room.